Welcome to FOH. This week, Kenny. We're going to do 1966, Cohiba. Why are you laughing already?
We're on take 8 because you've forgotten the sound. You couldn't get the camera to... He thinks he's the Fonz because he turns it on and turns it off, then turns it back on.
Welcome back. Kenny just kicked all the lights out, so that wasn't a major issue.
Shutting the door. So, well, one of them's back or one of them's off, or do you have...
No, there's only one light's working.
Oh, okay.
It's a Cigar event.
Trust me, I feel like Icarus. I'm right next to the sun here.
Mate, it's just great to be back at your neck of the woods for a review.
Cheers,
mate.
Cheers.
Today, Cohiba 1966. I've had a couple of these. So
first time I've even seen them.
Aroma Cult.
How come mine's got a busted wrapper?
Here we go. It just starts straight up. How did yours get a busted wrapper?
I don't know. It's got a busted wrapper.
Do you want to change it?
Well, I'd like a nice one.
Here, can I swap with yours?
What, can't I have a... You've been...
That's fine. I haven't done anything.
You've been shoving it up your nose.
I have not done anything like that.
It's fairly subtle, but there's a little bit of that sort of earthy, cedary character.
It's young. It's TAU July 11. Review. What are we drinking today?
We are drinking the Barons de Rothschild Blanc de Blanc.
Draw?
Well,
for God's sake, get with the program. Draw's perfect on mine.
and I'm sure mine will be perfect too.
Draw it cold is classic Cohiba, to be honest.
Yeah, it's it's almost spicy, sort of spicy cedary. Yeah, it's not nowhere near as easy as those ones we looked at the other day. This is a much firmer draw, but I like this.
Oh, the Partagas D5s?
Yeah, I mean, they were wind tunnels.
Sorry, Habanos. Let's do initial thoughts. Can we both lit up? You said my hair's like bamboo.
Well, if it grows that quickly that you had that 4 weeks ago, it's got to be bamboo.
Initial thoughts on the Cohiba 1966.
I've had about
5 puffs. Right, so I'm the same. Exactly the same.
And I've already ordered a box. It's a big, rich cigar.
I had a couple, and then I think Nino sent me an email from when he was in Havana with Jose, and they were enjoying them there, and they weren't just enjoying, they were just loving it. And I went back and revisited them, and he's dead set right.
So we're still on?
Yeah, we are still on, the computer genius that you are.
It's scary when someone rings me for computer advice, isn't it? It's terrifying.
It's tragic. We'll come back to you at the end of the first third, but so far...
How good is this music?
I've heard it before many, many times. It's so lovely to be back here on your deck.
You're always welcome.
Your deck has a certain rustic charm.
Well, you haven't kicked over a plant yet. I'm sure it won't be long.
You haven't pissed over the side, so we'll have to go from there.
So do you. These are seriously good. Big, rich...
They are, but let's not go into too much longer. To get to the first...
After all, it's only a cigar review. Let's not talk about the cigar. So that sound's been on the whole time that we've been off.
Shut up. Shut up. Smithy, I really do apologise for this whole review so far.
It is doing reviews with Gumby. Seriously.
Seriously, but...
My name's Forrest Gump. People call me Rob Ayala.
What I can say is that we're enjoying this.
We are enjoying this immensely.
But what does it remind you of? We both trying to come up with a cigar in the past is reminiscent of this.
It's got the complexity and richness and depth of a Hamlet, one of Hamlet's good cigars, but it's not the same. There's a difference. But
it has a lushness to it.
Yeah.
That is...
Hamlet
goes towards the spicy aspects to it as well.
Peaches and cream.
It is. This is... I don't know how to describe it, to be honest. It's cream laden, but it's also thick and rich in that opening third. I mean, there are peaches and cream in there.
Yep.
But it's got so much more that it's right now, guys. It's a 96 for me.
Oh, it's 97, 98.
Okay, let's get through the rest of it.
And that's on that little bit. This is just if it maintains. I mean, that's what it's indicating. Now, long way to go to hold that up. But if it does, oof.
If we were a cigar aficionado right now,
you've given it 110.
And just popping our Ferrari on the way home. But this is one of the greats of this year. So far.
As a release, this is one of the greats that I've seen. Yeah.
To me, it's seriously stunning, yeah.
Well, when you said you were bringing it, I thought, oh, well, finally I'm getting something decent. Yeah.
There are days, and again, we've only got a short while. There are days where you light up a cigar. You know me, I'm very big on not having any expectation on a cigar. In fact, if you guys, I'm so excited, blah, 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 I'll put on Dylan and blah, blah, blah. I said, look, just let it go. Just let it go. Never be excited about a cigar. But when you light something like this up and that first third just hits you in such a manner as this, you understand why you started enjoying cigars and really enjoying cigars. Those great cigars that changed the way you thought about cigars.
You might have smoked many better cigars than this.
Mate, it's July 11.
Someone posted on the forum a video of a couple of blokes who took about 3 puffs and declared it the greatest cigar in the last 30 years. Is this that one, or is this something different?
I'm also very much very much against declaring this the greatest cigar of 2011 until we actually get through the cigar.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's just completely.
You've tried a few already. Have you had a dud?
That's why
absolute top consistency, everyone
so far. But that's why I wanted to share them with yourself, and that it's okay for me to say something's great, but I'm a retailer at the end of the day.
Well, poor mug that pays him.
Well, Christ, I've only sold 1 box of Monty Opens in my life. I try to take off I do take off my retailer's hat when it comes to this sort of stuff here, because at the end of the day, what we want you to do is share the same experiences we have on the same box code, the same sort of cigars. But
at the moment, a bit of a negative is the burn's gone a bit wonky.
What do I always say about burn?
It's first 3 years.
3 years.
And that's right.
Worry about it.
In 5 years,
it's impossible because you can't get the oils to meld between the different layers.
In 5 years, you would expect this to.
But look at that.
Yeah, you've got a goodie.
Probably,
see, that was all that fuss at the beginning.
I probably just lit it properly. My burn's absolutely spectacular.
It's changed greatly. It's lost that sort of full force that it had. It's still rich, but it's much more subtle and complex.
Pull the flavours out for me.
You've got that slight. There's a little bit of spice, a little bit of cedary notes. It's
the cream's almost.
There's still that sort of slight
underline,
but less so.
If I were to say cognac, I've never called cognac in a cigar, but I find some cognac.
I still haven't. I don't see cognac in that at all.
I get some real nice cognac notes in there. It's just a
cinnamon, bit of.
But it's got a depth to it.
It's certainly got a depth. I don't see cognac, but it's almost an orange rind hint. After the first inch or so, I was thinking, fabulous cigars, but really you've got to put them away for a while. But now, what it's gone into, God, you
enjoy them right
every
now.
night.
You enjoy them now.
Absolutely. I might have to get 2 boxes.
That has been, so far, second 13, it's been a journey that's just been a delight to be part of. I mean,
completely
really.
Evolved, completely different.
Back into the last third, guys.
How can they make something like this and then give us
the D5s?
The D5s and other crap? I suppose it's like wine. There's plenty of.
They put their heart and soul into this, mate.
Oh.
And it's not cheap.
I'll bet it's not.
It's not cheap.
I'll bet they're not.
The Cohibas 66 aren't cheap. I mean,
one of the great limited editions. I absolutely no hesitation calling this in the top 2 or 3 limited editions that they've ever released.
I agree. Mate, look, to be honest, if you could summarise it in a word, to this point in time, it's decadent. Last third, Kenny, of the 1966.
Getting down towards the nub. I'm getting some nuts and stuff coming through right at the end.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree.
The only negatives at the moment, the last little bit's got a bit hot, but gee, for a cigar that's about 3 weeks old,
it's a little bit hot towards the end.
And the burn's been a bit wonky, but again, that's all part of young cigars.
Rate it.
I'd go 96, 97. And you don't often give that sort of score to a young cigar, do you?
When's the last time we go that score? It's a dead set 96 for me. Yeah, I haven't. Have you had a bit of cigar out of the box for a while? I can't recall one either. Perhaps the Cohiba Grand Reserva that we had. But this is actually richer than that.
Yeah.
This is richer in all its flavour characteristics. And again, we bag Habanos from time to time regularly.
Only when they deserve it.
But congrats, guys.
Oh, guys.
You've actually nailed this one.
Yeah. Look,
it's not cheap, but you've nailed it.
For the last couple of years, we've been bitching about the limited edition program. Because, I mean, I was...
This is what I want to see. I want to see great cigars.
If you're aiming for this, you're going to be going close all the time. Some of the limited editions in the last few years have fallen so far short of this.
But the remaining honest in these, which the Cohiba 66s, are stunning.
Oh.
Completely different, mind you, but they're stunning.
Oh, yeah, total, yeah.
This has got a class aspect to it, which when people don't want to understand what a journey is in a cigar, and I love to do some of these in singles so you guys can understand it, but did you get a haircut?
Well, it was down to here yesterday, so it was a fair chance.
You're like a little kid.
What do you mean I'm like a little kid?
With a little haircut. It's nice. It's good. Tom's got a haircut like that. He's 11. So, your mum's calling, Ken. Just go see your mum. Anyway,
You let your hair grow. Oh, sorry, just a sec. You're having some computer problems, so you've rung me.
oh Jesus, Desi. Desi is 70 and struggling with life.
Yes, you did. Can you turn the whole thing off?
Computer.
And you turned it back on. So the Ayala method of computer technology did not work?
Seriously, don't we all go to the same point? It's all the hard work that we do on your behalf.